Include files are text files containing the standard pages and parentheticals that are used repeatedly in your jobs, such as titles, certificates, an indication of taking a recess or going off the record. The exact wording and format of standard pages and parentheticals varies a great deal from court to court, agency to agency, and reporter to reporter. As a result, each reporter generally creates his or her own unique set of include files. However, before we get started creating include files, we should decide where those files will be created. With transcripts, you've learned that jobs that are related are sometimes organized together into the same folder, also called a case. As we are about to create new include files, it may be helpful to create a case in which all your include files can be stored. This not only keeps your files organized, it can make it faster and easier to find your standard pages and parentheticals when you want to include them when editing a job. So let's begin by creating a case. There are a couple of ways to do this. You can click the New Case button on the toolbar, or you can click File, New, Case. The new case has been created, but it needs a name. I'll type a name that will identify the files that we'll be putting in this folder. Include Files. And then I'll press Enter. Great! I've got a case where all my new include files should go. I'll double-click the case to open it. Now, with my cursor inside the Include Files case, any new files I create will be created inside the Include Files case. There are a few ways to create a new include file. You can click the New button on the toolbar, or click File, New, and then Text File. Or if you prefer a keyboard shortcut, you can press Ctrl+N. The next step is to name the new file. In the upcoming lessons, we'll be creating two include files, a parenthetical that notes when exhibits are marked, and a title page with a caption and appearance information. Let's call this first new include file we're creating Exhibit Marked. Notice that Catalyst wants to know which layout to use when creating this file, just as it wanted to know when it creates a text file during translation. You'll learn more about creating custom layouts in the Layouts videos, but for now, let's assume that we're using the same layout that we used for translation, Layout Sample 1. Now, I'll click Open. Great! I've created a new file where I can type information and format it. I won't get started on that part just yet, though. I'll save that for the next video. For now, I'll just save and close this file. To return to the main level of my user, I'll click the Up One Level button on the toolbar, or press Ctrl+U. Okay, now let's review what we've learned by creating one more new text file. Step 1 is to position the cursor where you want the new include file to be stored. I want my new include file inside the Include Files case, so I'll double-click the case to open it. Next, I'll use my preferred method to open a new text file, and then type a name that describes the contents of the new file. Once the file has been created, if I don't want to start typing information into the file immediately, I can just save and close the new file. Now would be a great time to practice creating a case and then creating a new text file inside that case. Go into the training user and follow the directions for exercise 1 in the Include Files practice document. Then proceed with the next lesson in order.